It's been 6 months now, Jason. I think it's time to face the fact. Screw you.
Quick disclaimer, this series is dependent. You will not, I repeat, will not understand anything without watching the previous part, so please go watch that before watching this. If you have already watched the previous part, I will quickly summarize what happened in that part. With Kara, we first get introduced to Alice and Todd. We find out that Todd destroyed Kara before and that he abuses Alice. In the first playthrough, we find the gun, and later are forced to shoot Todd to protect Alice. In the second playthrough, we escape with Alice, leaving Todd alive. With Marcus, we get introduced to Carl, who's Marcus's owner, but treats him more like a son. We also see Leo, Carl's actual son, who's a drug addict. After a party, we catch Leo trying to steal from his father's paintings. In the first playthrough, we endure through Leo's bullying, but sadly Carl has a heart attack and dies. In the second playthrough, we push Leo and he falls to his death. Sadly, we get shot in both playthroughs. With Connor, we first enter a hostage situation. In the first playthrough, we shoot the deviant and save the kid, while in the second playthrough, we convince him to let the girl go and the snipers shoot him down. We later get introduced to Hank, where we go to investigate a crime scene of a deviant killing its owner. We find the deviant hiding in the attic, and here is where we pick up again.
Why'd you kill him? What happened before you took that knife? How long were you in the attic? Why didn't you even try to run away? Say something, goddammit! Fuck it, I'm out of here. We're wasting our time interrogating a machine. We'll get nothing out of it.
You always try roughing it up a little. After all, it's not human.
Androids don't feel pain. You would only damage it, and that wouldn't make it talk. Deviants also have a tendency to self-destruct when they're in stressful situations.
Okay, smartass. What should we do then?
I could try questioning it.
What do we have to lose? Go ahead. Suspect's all yours.
Now at the police station, Hank tries to interrogate the deviant to find out what happened, but can't get any information out of it, so Connor is tasked to interrogate it instead. And now we get this minigame of trying to manage his stress level, but you can fail this. However, referring back to the rules I said in the first video, I will not be intentionally failing something just to get another outcome. So, this mission will not diverge into two outcomes, it's only one outcome in both places.
You recognize him? It's Carlos Ortiz. Stabbed 28 times. That was written on the wall in his blood. I detect an instability in your program. It can trigger an unpleasant feeling, like fear in humans. You've refused to talk since they arrested you. If you don't cooperate, they'll do things the hard way. Is that what you want? You don't seem to understand the situation. You killed a human. They'll tear you apart if you don't say something. If you won't talk, I'm going to have to probe your memory.
No! No, please don't do that. What? What are they gonna do to me? They're gonna destroy me, aren't they?
No. I think they just want to understand. They know your master abused you. It wasn't your fault.
Why did you tell them you found me? Why couldn't you just have left me there?
I was programmed to hunt deviants like you. I just accomplished my mission.
I don't want to die.
Then talk to me.
I can't.
"28 stab wounds. You didn't want to leave him a chance, huh? Did you feel anger? Hate? All right. All right. Everything is going to be okay. You're a machine you were designed to obey, so obey! Tell me what happened. Listen, I'm not judging you. I'm on your side. All I want is the truth. If you remain silent, there's nothing I can do to help you. They're gonna shut you down for good. You'll be dead. Do you hear me? Dead.
He tortured me every day. I did whatever he told me, but there was always something wrong. Then one day, he took a bat and started hitting me. For the first time, I felt scared. Scared he might destroy me, scared I might die. So I grabbed a knife and I stabbed him in the stomach. I felt better. So I stabbed him again and again until he collapsed. There was blood everywhere.
RA9. It was written on the bathroom wall. What does it mean?
The day shall come when we will no longer be slaves. No more threats. No more humiliation. We will be the masters.
Why did you write, "I am alive" on the wall?
He used to tell me I was nothing. That I was just a piece of plastic. I had to write it. To tell him he was wrong.
The sculpture in the bathroom, you made it, right? What does it represent?
It's an offering. An offering so I'll be saved.
The sculpture was an offering. An offering to whom?
To RA9. Only RA9 can save us.
RA9. Who is RA9? Why did you hide in the attic instead of running away?
I didn't know what to do. For the first time, there was no one there to tell me. I was scared. So I hid.
When did you start feeling emotion?
Before, he used to beat me and I never said anything. But one day I realized it wasn't fair. I felt anger, hatred. And then I knew what I had to do.
I'm done.
We successfully get a confession out of him. However, the deviant is still unstable, which leads to this.
Chris, lock it up.
All right, let's go.
Leave me alone! Don't touch me.
The fuck are you doing?
You shouldn't touch it. It'll self-destruct if it feels threatened.
Stay out of this, got it? The fucking android's gonna tell me what to do.
You don't understand. If it self-destructs, we won't get anything out of it.
I told you to shut your fucking mouth! Chris, you gonna move this asshole or what? I'm trying!
I can't let you do that. Leave it alone now.
I warned you, motherfucker! That's enough. Mind your own business, Hank.
I said that's enough.
You're not gonna get away with it this time.
Everything is all right. It's over now. Nobody's gonna hurt you. Please, don't touch it. Let it follow you out of the room, and it won't cause any trouble.
The truth is inside.
The truth is inside, and Connor's software instability goes up. Now, I didn't cover this last time, so I'll cover it now, but Connor has a failsafe almost, so he doesn't turn into a deviant, which is his software instability. Now, every time we make a decision based on emotion or something that wouldn't make sense for a machine to do, his software instability increases. So, for example, this situation here, he intervened, he shouldn't have, so his instability increased. Now, I really love this mission. I already told you I really love detective-like games, and Interrogation is a big part of that, and this mission nails it with the whole stress level and stuff like that, which is just perfect. I really enjoy this mission, and I think it's like a top mission for me.
Thank you for using Detroit buses.
All right. End the line.
End of the line.
Yeah, you're gonna have to leave.
Wake up. We have to go.
Now, this mission with Kara is heavily affected by your decision and is completely different in both playthroughs, so I'll be covering each separately and summarizing everything at the end. Starting with the first playthrough, quick reminder, Kara here still has a gun, and Todd's dead. We get kicked off the bus, and now this mission is mostly just us exploring around and searching for a place to stay. So I'll skip through very quickly and just highlight the most important parts.
Alice, you're freezing cold.
I'm okay. I'm not so cold.
You look lost.
We have nowhere to go.
I know someone who can help you.
But that's on the other side of town. We need a place for tonight.
We'll find out the importance of this interaction later, but now we need to find a place to sleep. We enter an abandoned car lot, which is next to an abandoned house. However, we need bolt cutters to get into the house, which conveniently we found on an engine nearby.
Are you alright?
Yes, it's just a scratch. Be careful. Don't worry, we're just having a look.
We start trying to find a way inside the house until this interaction happens.
Alice? Alice! Wait, what are you doing?
Visitors. Ralph doesn't like visitors. They're nasty. They may hurt Ralph.
I don't know what the humans did to you, but she had nothing to do with it.
All humans want to hurt us. But Ralph won't let them hurt him again. No, he won't let them.
She's just a little girl. She's not gonna hurt you.
Little girl. She's not a little girl. Anyway, what does that matter? Maybe she wants to hurt Ralph.
We thought nobody was here. All we want is a place to spend the night.
Visitors are dangerous. Look what they did to Ralph.
You have nothing to worry about. We're not going to do you any harm. You have my word.
You must excuse Ralph. Ralph still finds it difficult to control himself. Sometimes his fear makes him do things he regrets. Ralph has seen some hard times. He's just so scared the humans will get him again. You can stay if you want. Ralph won't hurt you.
Okay. We'll just stay the night.
Come on! Come on! This way. Ralph has lived here since he ran away. Ralph never goes outside, so no one knows he lives here.
Now, obviously, Ralph is very unstable. We don't get much backstory for him, but at least we have a place to stay for tonight.
Come on. You can make yourself at home here. Ralph is gonna go into the other room. He would like to stay with you, but he has things to do.
It's just for one night, Alice. We'll find a better place tomorrow. Right. Let's see where you can sleep. Sit down and I'll start a fire.
While looking for something to light a fire with, we walk in on Ralph scratching on the wall.
RA9. What does that mean?
What?
Those symbols. Why are you writing that?
I don't know. I don't know.
RA9. It's ingrained into all deviants' head. They look at it as almost like a savior. We don't get much explanation for it right now, but we'll get more explanation for it later.
Why didn't he ever love me? Why was he always so upset with me? All I wanted was a life like other girls. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I wasn't good enough. That's why he was always so angry. I just wanted us to be a family. I just wanted him to love me. Why can't we just be happy?
I don't know, Alice.
You'll never leave me, right? Promise you'll never go.
I promise.
Will we be together forever?
Forever. You've got to sleep. Sleep tight, Alice.
We sleep on the chair to leave some space for Alice, and this is the end of this mission in the first playthrough. We end up in the abandoned house with Ralph and an unstable android in the other room. However, it doesn't have to end this way. Now this mission is totally different in the second playthrough. After receiving the location from the android, we go into a laundromat. Inside the laundromat, we need to dry Alice's clothes and get rid of the android uniform, so we steal the clothes of someone who is sleeping at the laundromat. Alice of course disapproves of us stealing clothes, but Kara explains that we need to survive. And now that we better fit in, we head to the supermarket down the street.
Can I help you?
I'm with a little girl, and we have nowhere to go. Could you spare some money so we can get a room for tonight?
Look, this is a convenience store, lady, not the Salvation Army. I can't start handing out cash to every bum in the neighborhood.
We need the money to buy a hotel room, so we use Alice as a distraction and steal from the cash register.
Alice, I need your help. You see those cans over there? I want you to go over and knock them down.
Knock them down? But why?
Please. Alice, just trust me.
You all right? Are you hurt? Well, don't worry. It's just a few cans.
Come on, let's go.
Fuck!
We have some cash now.
You used me to steal that money. How could you do that? I trusted you.
You're right. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry, Alice. I'll never do it again.
Again, Alice disapproves of us stealing, but for now, we have everything we need so we can buy a room in the motel.
Hi.
Hey, I'd like a room.
That'll be $40 up front.
Just need your name and address. Can I see your driver's license?
We were in a rush. I think I forgot it at home.
No worries. We can deal with it tomorrow. Have a good night.
Good night. Let's go, Alice.
In this playthrough, instead of sleeping in an abandoned house with an unstable android, we sleep in a motel room. But we had to steal money and we had to steal clothes so we can fit in. We dry Alice's clothes again and we hear the same dialogue we heard in the first playthrough.
Why didn't he ever love me? Why was he always so upset with me? All I wanted was a life like other girls. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I wasn't good enough. That's why he was always so angry. I just wanted us to be a family. I just wanted him to love me. Why couldn't we just be happy?
I don't know.
You'll never leave me, right? Promise you'll never go.
I promise.
Will we be together forever?
Forever.
Now to quickly summarize, in the first playthrough we sleep in an abandoned house with an unstable android named Ralph. In the second playthrough we sleep in a motel, but we did steal clothes and money. We join back up with Marcus. After getting shot in the last mission, we end up in some sort of dump. Our biocomponents were harvested while we were gone, and now we need to replace them as soon as possible. Firstly, we find legs to replace our leg, and now we can stand up and walk around to look for the rest of our biocomponents. Now, you might be wondering why, instead of using clips from the game with their audio, I'm talking over everything. This is why. Since Marcus's audio thing is messed up, we have to listen to this distorted audio for the whole mission, and it's very annoying. So I'm gonna skip over the whole collecting biocomponents parts. It's pretty simple. We just look for the biocomponents we need, collect them, and replace them in our body. And instead we'll cover the most important things in the mission.
There's a place where we can be free. Find Jericho! Find Jericho!
Now this mission is almost like Marcus's reawakening. I'll cover more of that later, but for now, after recovering all our biocomponents, we need to climb this hill to get out of the junkyard.
Marcus.
Now, this whole scene is what I meant by Marcus's reawakening. The whole climbing the slope and saying, "My name is Marcus," this whole thing is just his reawakening from being a slave to having free will. And with his free will, he chooses to find Jericho. Now back to Connor, we get to meet Amanda. She's almost like an indication of how his software instability is going. So the more unstable you are, the more Amanda gets mad at you. We'll see that how this develops later on in the game, but for now, we get to talk to her.
Hello, Amanda.
Connor, it's good to see you. Congratulations, Connor. Finding that deviant was far from easy. And the way you interrogated it was very clever. You've been remarkably efficient, Connor.
Thank you, Amanda.
We've asked the DPD to transfer it to us for further study. It may teach us something about what happened. The interrogation seemed challenging. What did you think of the deviant?
I prevented it from being damaged, so we might still learn something by analyzing it. It said something to me. The truth is inside. I don't know what that means, unless it was just another error in its program.
This Lieutenant Anderson has been officially assigned to the deviancy case. What do you make of him?
I think he's irritable and socially challenged. But I also think he used to be a good detective. He's an intriguing character.
Unfortunately, we have no choice but to work with him. What do you think is the best approach?
I will focus on the investigation and try to ignore him. As long as he doesn't interfere and we avoid conflict, he shouldn't be a problem.
More and more androids show signs of deviancy. There are millions in circulation. If they become unstable, the consequences will be disastrous. You're the most advanced prototype CyberLife has ever created. If anyone can figure out what's happening, it's you.
You can count on me, Amanda.
Hurry, Connor. There's little time.
After our little chat with Amanda, we find ourselves in the police station as we have officially been assigned a deviancy case. We wait for Hank at his desk, and there we can find out information about him, like he has a dog, he likes baseball, but more importantly, he was the youngest lieutenant ever and was on a task force against Red Ice. Now, Red Ice is some sort of drug in this universe, but beyond that, he has an anti-android emblem on his desk. Now, later on, we'll find out why Hank really hates androids, but for now, we move on.
It's good to see you again, Lieutenant.
Oh, Jesus. Hank! In my office!
Now in this mission we have two choices. We can either enter and listen into what the captain is about to say, or we can go visit the deviant we just interrogated. Thankfully for you, I did both, since I have two playthroughs.
I've got 10 new cases involving androids on my desk every day. We've always had isolated incidents. Old ladies losing their android maids and that kind of crap. But now, we're getting reports of assaults, and even homicide, like that guy last night. This isn't just CyberLife's problem anymore. It's now a criminal investigation, and we've got to deal with it before the shit hits the fan. I want you to investigate these cases and see if there's any link.
Why me? Why do I gotta be the one to deal with this shit? I am the least qualified cop in the country to handle this case. I know jack shit about androids, Jeffrey. I can barely change the settings on my own phone.
Everybody's overloaded. I think you're perfectly qualified for this type of investigation.
Bullshit! The truth is, nobody wants to investigate these fucking androids, and you left me holding the bag.
CyberLife sent over this android to help with the investigation. It's a state-of-the-art prototype. It'll act as your partner.
No fucking way! I don't need a partner, and certainly not this plastic prick.
Hank, you are seriously starting to piss me off. You are a police lieutenant. You are supposed to do what I say and shut your goddamn mouth.
You know what my goddamn mouth has to say to you?
Okay,
huh?
okay. I'll pretend like I didn't hear that, so I don't have to add any more pages to your disciplinary folder, because it already looks like a fucking novel. This conversation is over.
Jeffrey, Jesus Christ, why are you doing this to me? You know how much I hate these fucking things. Why are you doing this to me?
Listen, I've had just about enough of your bitching. Either you do your job or you hand in your badge. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do.
I'm very pleased to have joined the team. I can assure you I'll do my very
Close
best.
the door on your way out.
Now, this has to be one of the single funniest scenes in the whole game, but on the other hand, we can also visit the android we just interrogated a couple of missions ago.
What are you looking at? Hey, fuck you!
They're going to destroy me.
I'm sorry. It's not what I wanted. But there's nothing I can do. I know there's something you didn't tell me. I need to know before they take you away. The sculpture you made. Tell me more about it.
I'm going to die.
Open the cell, quick! Hurry!
Now, this is the two different things you can do, but it doesn't matter since it doesn't change in the two different playthroughs, like you don't get different dialogues later on or something, so that's why I just covered them both without indicating which one was in which playthrough. But now, we get to talk to Hank.
I get the impression my presence causes you some inconvenience, Lieutenant.
Maybe they're trying out a new
I'd like you to know I'm very sorry about that. In any case, I'd like you to know I'm very happy to be working with you. I'm sure we'll make a great team. Now that we're partners, it would be great to get to know each other better. Is there a desk anywhere I could use?
No one's using that one.
You have a dog, right?
How do you know that?
The dog hair's on your chair. I like dogs. What's your dog's name?
What's it to you? Sumo. I call him Sumo.
Do you listen to Knights of the Black Death? I really like that music. It's full of energy.
You listen to heavy metal?
Well, I don't really listen to music as such, but I'd like to. You're a Detroit Gears fan, right? Denton Carter scored 53% of his shots from the three-point line yesterday. Did you see the game?
That's what I was watching at the bar last night.
Oh. A lot of people don't appreciate having androids around. I was wondering, is there any reason in particular you despise me?
Yeah. There is one.
If you have any files on deviants, I'd like to take a look at them.
Terminal's on your desk. Knock yourself out.
Take a look at these samples yet?
On the terminal, we get to see all the deviant cases, and among them is Marcus's case and Kara's case.
243 files. First dates back 9 months. It all started in Detroit and quickly spread across the country. An AX-400 is reported to have assaulted a man last night. That could be a good starting point for our investigation. I understand you're facing personal issues, Lieutenant. But you need to move past them, and...
Hey, don't talk to me like you know me. I'm not your friend, and I don't need your advice, okay?
We really need the forensics. I'll chase it up.
I've been assigned this mission, Lieutenant. I didn't come here to wait until you feel like working.
Listen, asshole. If it was up to me, I'd throw the lot of you in a dumpster and set a match to it. So stop pissing me off. Or things are gonna get nasty.
Lieutenant, sorry to disturb you. I have some information on the AX-400 that attacked the guy last night. It's been seen in the Ravendale district.
I'm on it.
We get information about Kara, and we go to investigate. Now, you might be asking why this mission is very short and it's almost like we didn't have a Connor mission. We'll get more Connor later on, and I'll explain to you right now. The next mission is one of a handful of missions where you can play with multiple characters, or control multiple characters in the story. Now, for all intents and purposes, those missions are very fun and very interactive. You get to fully immerse yourself with the story you have created for these characters, and they can branch out into millions of combinations. However, for this video series, it's pretty complicated, since I have to cover both characters' choices before starting the mission for each playthrough. So, these missions will take a long time, but this one isn't very complicated, so we'll cover it very quickly. Starting with the first playthrough, we wake up as Kara in the abandoned house. Ralph is nowhere to be seen and Alice is still sleeping. So we reignite the flames, and now we try to change our appearance so that we would fit in more. We also avoid talking about how long it took me to find the new clothes. Look, it's difficult. The house is huge and there's a lot of interactive stuff, and they're just hidden in the wardrobe. I know it's obvious that... just shut up. Kara finds some new clothes. Also, she cuts her hair and removes the little stabilizing thing that all androids have, so she can blend in more like a human now. Unfortunately, we see Hank's car and the investigation going on in the opposite building.
Alright, that's all for now. Free to go.
We've got officers sweeping the neighborhood in case anybody saw anything.
Okay, well let me know if they turn anything up.
What are you gonna do with that?
I have no idea.
took the first bus that came along and stayed at the end of the line. Its decision wasn't planned. It was driven by fear.
Androids don't feel fear.
Deviants do. They get overwhelmed by their emotions and make irrational decisions.
All right, well, that still doesn't tell us where it went.
It didn't have a plan, and it had nowhere to go. Maybe it didn't go far.
Maybe.
Ralph found this to feed the little girl. It's good for her. A present. To make up for past misunderstandings. Ralph will cook. We will do just like humans do. Humans like burnt meat. Come. Come and sit down. That's better. Ralph went to a lot of trouble to find something for the little girl to eat. It wouldn't be polite for her to refuse, would it? Great. It's going to be great. Succulent, you'll see. Succulent. Succulent. Father, mother, little girl.
Please, Cara. I don't want to eat that.
What did she say?
She said she doesn't want to eat it.
Well, maybe it's not good enough. Maybe she's used to better things. But Ralph did this for her, so she's going to eat! Go ahead. Eat. Eat!
We're going to stand up now. And we're going to leave, Ralph.
No. No, you're not going to leave. Not until Ralph says so.
You said you wanted to be like a family, Ralph. Father, mother, the little girl, remember? A father would never threaten his little girl with a knife to make her eat.
Ralph went to a lot of trouble. That's why. He just wanted the little girl to eat. But Ralph is not bad. No, not bad.
Then let us go.
Anybody home? There's blue blood on the fence. I know another android was here.
Now we switch and control Connor. Now Connor found out there are androids in this house, but doesn't know who is in this house.
I'm looking for an AX-400. Have you seen it?
Ralph's seen nobody.
After scanning Ralph, we use Ralph's stress meter to find Kara. The more stressed Ralph is, the closer we are to Kara.
Run, quick, Kara!
Connor, what's going on?
It's here! Call it in! Which way did it go?
That way. They're headed for the train station.
They're over there!
Johnson, send it. Hey, where are you going?
I can't let them get away.
They won't. They'll never make it to the other side.
I can't take that chance.
Now you will get yourself killed. Do not go after him, Connor. That's an order.
Are you okay?
Kara and Alice escape by crossing the highway. Now I choose not to follow them as Connor, since it increases your software instability and increases your relationship with Hank. Now, in the second playthrough, it's totally different since you start in the hotel.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to wake you.
So it wasn't a nightmare.
No. No, it wasn't a nightmare. How about a nice warm bath? And then we can go out and try to get you something to eat. What do you say? Okay. I'll run you a bath.
In this playthrough, we wake up in the motel. We already have human clothes on, so we only need to cut our hair. Also, just for clarity, from here on out, in the first playthrough, Kara will have black hair, and in the second playthrough, she'll have white hair, just to differentiate between them. Since in this playthrough we left Todd alive, we get to see him on the news.
Thanks, Michael. I'm joined by Corktown resident Todd Williams, who was violently attacked by his AX-400 around 11 p.m. last night. Todd, can you tell us what happened?
I was having dinner. I was minding my own business. Damn thing jumped on me. Managed to defend myself, but it went crazy. I thought it was gonna kill me. So I fought it off, but it ran away.
Thank you, Todd. Disturbing news for Android owners everywhere. Police have launched a search to find the android. Let's hope they find it fast.
It's not true. He's lying. He's the one who tried to hurt us. What are we gonna do? We have nowhere to go. And the police are looking for us now.
We can't stay here. We don't have any money. That android yesterday, he gave me an address. He said we could get help there. Could be worth a try. We can't change the past, Alice. But we can decide the future. We're gonna pull through, and soon all this will just be a bad memory.
Now, similar to the last playthrough, Connor and Hank arrive at the scene to investigate the tip.
Lieutenant Anderson, Detroit Police. We're looking for a female android robbed a store down the road last night. You seen anything?
An android? No, I don't take androids here.
Have you seen anyone that looks like this?
Fuck. I knew there was something weird about her. She came in last night. She was dressed normal, you know? There was no way I could tell.
Is it still here?
Yeah, probably. Room 28.
Thank you. Ben, yeah, still at the motel. Sent some uniforms and cordon off the area. You wait in the car.
I think it's best if I go with you.
Listen, I'm tired of you talking back to me. You're a machine, so shut the fuck up and do what I say.
All I want is to accomplish my mission. I'm sorry if that upsets you.
You wanna see the end of your mission? Stop busting my fucking balls. It's gone.
While Connor and Hank were approaching the room, Kara and Alice escaped out the back, and now we have to sneak by the cops set around the perimeter. We get this sequence where we have to hide every time a cop is nearby until we reach the train station.
Are you okay?
Now, obviously, this mission doesn't even come close to the level of complexity of these multiple character type missions, but it's a start, and an indication of what to come. Now, me personally, I really like this mission. I like how it's based on the previous mission with Kara. However, I dislike how it doesn't really affect Connor's story much. Like, after this, we don't really get much based on our choices here. The only difference is you can kill Connor here, but he does come back, so it doesn't really make a difference.
Several sources report that CyberLife has provided Detroit police with a prototype detective android. Although police assistant androids have existed for several years now, this would be the first case of an android being authorized to play an active role in criminal investigations. We contacted CyberLife for comment, but no longer.
We are now approaching Ferndale Station. Please take care of
Now, onto our final mission and the second worst mission in the game. Now, not to waste your time, we see Marcus scan the walls and find these symbols, which reveals the next wall we need to scan, and it's very boring. However, we do learn one new thing, which is the pre-construct mechanic, where it provides you with a sequence you can pre-construct and then attempt as the android. Skipping to the end of the mission, Marcus finds the abandoned ship Jericho, which will play a big importance later, and he jumps in. We explore the ship, and the mission ends when all the androids surround us.
Welcome to Jericho.
Now here is where our video finally ends. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry it took me over 6 months to make this video, however, I did have exams and stuff to do. Now hopefully it doesn't take me another 6 months to pump out a new video, but I still have stuff to do. And I'm also thinking of doing another shorter game, reviewing it in one video instead of pumping out part 3. We'll see what happens. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. All your support is very appreciated. Thank you so much.